Ohm's law we have already studied in class 10, and now we are going to be enter in the class 11, 12, graduation. Ohm's law is the basic principle applied in the current flowing through any conductor or circuit. So these principles apply in all application of current flowing through conductor. So statement is the current flowing through a conductor. The current flowing through a conductor is directly proportional to the current flowing through a conductor is directly proportional to the applied potential difference. The applied potential difference. Applied potential difference between them. At potential difference at independent temperature. At independent temperature means temperature is constant. The basic principle of Ohm's law said that like this is a conductor, the current flowing through any conductor should be based on the potential difference. If the potential difference will be increased, then conducting current will be also increased. It means that directly proportional means when the two physical quantities simultaneously work and increase and decrease. So the current is represented through the I is directly proportional to V. This V is called potential difference. I is directly proportional to V. So V is directly proportional to I. So V is proportionality will be removed. So I into R. So this is V into IR. It means that potential difference is dependent on current into resistance. This R is called proportionality constant. Proportionality constant. That is called resistance. This is also represented as resistance. Resistance, the SI unit of resistance is ohm. SI unit is ohm, which is represented like that. So the basic principle of the current flowing through any conductor is directly proportional to the potential difference. Means any conductor, let's see, this is a conductor. If there is flowing a current in direction, current will be flowing direction, so their potential difference will be potential difference developed. If the potential difference will be increased, the current flowing through conductor will be also increased. So these phenomena of this statement and law and the principle of the Ohm's law, how we can easily understood. Let me explain very fantastic logic and practical approach and the practical meaning which is applied in our daily life and which is applied to all the students also. So let me explain. If your friend is this, his name is Ram, Shyam, Manish, and it doesn't matter. He is a boy. It may be three peoples we are considered here. One is your friend, second one is your teacher, and third one is you. Let me explain. This is a teacher and this is a student. This is a student. Student is always trying to go ahead, but teacher is always motivating and try to push the student to crack IITG NEET, crack to become engineering, and other exam competition. Teacher and parents is always encouraged and gives a potential to their students, and their parents is always try to be give potential and give a push to go ahead of any student. So there is a parents and teacher, and this is a student. He is trying to go ahead, but in the beginning stage there is a resistance which is created by their friends. So this is a teacher T, and this is U, that is any name that is current ampere, name is ampere considered, and this is U, and this is your friends, that is always works as resistance. So friends is always try to be distract to you, and obstruction. I want to become a study crack IIT. Today I will be study 10 and 9. Let's move on. Chill. Now we are going to a movie. So he always try to be distract to you and develop a distraction and resistance in your path. That is called your friends. This name is resistant. This name is comes from the Ohm SI unit. And this is ampere is U. Is always try to be go ahead if you are a good student. Correct. You have an ability to move on, and teacher is always work as a potential, that is volt. Those teacher and parents gives more potential, definitely student move go ahead, but it is always simultaneously depends on their friend, which is always works as a resistant obstruction. So the simple phenomena of this concept we can easily understood that teacher is work and parents is like a potential which gives you immense confidence to move on, to work ahead, and ampere is U as a working as a current which is flowing through any conductor and a flow in a direction what is your target goes, and the friends is like a always work as a resistance or traction developed in your career path. So these three peoples, volt, ampere and ohm, is the basic principle of the Ohm's law. So we can use in a practically think one more and try to be applied in this law. The current flowing through a conductor is directly proportional to applied potential difference at independent temperature. You will never forget it. The SI unit of resistance is ohm, which is works at restriction. When you are moving in a path of Indian road, normally they are rough, so they develop their resistance. Your speed will be getting low because in the path they are resistance. So resistance will develop an obstruction. You are always moving as like a current flow through conductor. So third concept, if you are getting forget this formula, how you can memorize in the examination hall. So simply we can develop this basic one more trick. Second one is this is a pyramid. This is look like opposite V. This is look like opposite V. Means potential volt. Draw a line, two line. So this is look like a V. So like write down V. Means volt potential, and this is cross two line I into R. So you will never forget in the examination this point from A, this point to this point. This is looking like a small pyramid, is looking to opposite to the V. So you can write it down always in the potential V I into R. Simply write down. So we can develop V is equal to I into R formula. This is the basic formula of Ohm's law. I is equal to V by R is equal to V into I, V by I. So simply we can develop a three formula. V is equal to any potential difference means current into resistance, current is equal to potential into resistance, and resistance is equal to V upon I. So we can easily derive from the second method. So we have two application which I discussed in this class. One tricks from this your friends, his name is Ohm. He always gives you Ohm keeps, but he is distraction to you. He always behaves an obstruction. teachers and parents is a hold. He always push to you, go ahead. He always encourage to you, give a potential. Any charge or current moving from one place to one second point, one point to another, change their path due to the motion of electron, because due to the potential developed across the conductor. So simply we can utilize it in the application. Thank you so much.